We have no idea what question.
I'm saying for each person. So like if Chris asks one that he's asked before, like going right. What was the dude? Chuck
Woolery? No.
Chuck Woolery's Love Connection. Chuck.
The Gong Show?
They did the movie after, remember?
They did.
The movie because
they
they had
did.
some mafia or some ties.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
The guy in the Gong Show was.
8 minutes.
Yeah. This is part of your 8 minutes. This has way more substance than anything that's going to happen.
All right, Peyton. What's the reality like to finally get this?
Oh
thing
man,
done?
it's for really for what we've had to go through, like, more than anything. But it also could be a silver lining, and just trying to understand from a process base, like you talk about as a coach, like the convictions that you have, and then you talk about the strengths of your team. So like a lot of those things aren't going to change. You just got to be better at what you do. And last year we had some guys that could really shoot the basketball, didn't shoot as well, and we played more skill. Like there's some guys that played a lot last year that didn't play as much, or not. Today didn't play at all, but they're a big part of our program. But that's all we've tried to do is just try to get athleticism, some quickness, and some skill. And I think we really made some strides in that area. Obviously, Lance helped. Then the other guys, just their improvement. Even though we didn't shoot the ball well today, it's more of the threat of being able to shoot the ball gives us space to play, if that makes any sense.
I know you're not an emotional guy. We don't see a lot of it.
Right.
How does this hit you? Is there somewhere
Yeah.
inside that really like, oh,
Yeah. What really hits me is we got more basketball to play. So like as a coach, I think you'll enjoy it and appreciate it as time goes on. It hit me when I saw Robbie Hummel, he did the radio and what it meant to him. And so like that to me was huge. That was emotional for both of us. But I'm just appreciative of the players that we've had here that has put our coaching staff in a great position. And we've had great relationships through the years, and we just haven't been able to get there. And for that to happen, it feels great, but also feels great for all of our former players and our fans and everybody that stuck by us.
And having Coach Katie there with
Yeah.
you, he got a piece of the net. That's pretty special.
There you go. And tied it on his hat like young kids are doing now, right? So he looked pretty cool doing it. But no, it's such an advantage that I've felt that we've had at Purdue because of him and the program and the blueprint that he had. He had just from academics to doing what you're supposed to do and keeping things in perspective, but also competing. Like his team's always competing. I compared Rick Barnes to him, which from my eyes is just the ultimate compliment in terms of the toughness, the defense, just everything that he was able to instill at Purdue. And he wasn't picking and choosing for a while there at Purdue. To be as successful as he was against Coach Knight and what they had going in Indiana at the time is pretty cool. And so to be able to see him go into the Hall of Fame, just a great honor for him, but also a great honor for our program.
I know you're going to say it's not about you, but the NCAA tournament is coaches and legacies and things like that. Do you feel any measure of personal validation of any kind? Not that it's necessary.
Yeah, not really. You just try to put your players in the best positions possible, and like I said, like maybe in time, right? But I really don't look at things that way, and it means a lot to me. But like as you just said, I'm not that emotional of a person, and I like to just move on. I enjoy winning, but not as much as I hate to lose, and the way that makes you feel. You guys have no idea the way it makes you feel when you lose a game, and the guilt and just the burden that you carry because you feel like you let people down, and like here you are 53 years old and like you feel the same way when like you lose a little league game, right? But it doesn't change. And I think that's also a good thing from a competitive standpoint because it keeps you going.
And I know Dalton had 37 points, but Lance blanketing him in the second half, I thought did a really good job defensively against him.
Did a better job. The scramble threes got us too. He has 37, but the ball gets loose, we got a steal, he ends up getting a three. They get an offensive rebound on a free throw kick out, they get a three. And so we had some breakdowns. I thought he made some tough shots, but we also had some breakdowns there where you can't get disconnected from somebody, especially when they get their head up. I mean, he's a consensus first team All-American. You don't need to see him to really clamp him, right? But to say that we made some better plays there at the end and we were more consistent defensively, that really helped us. But he also got away from us a couple of times in the last 5 minutes and he just missed. And we were pretty fortunate. But no, we definitely played better in the second half.
Just
in the first half. Sorry, you're good. Go ahead.
just to be able to play through the post even late in that game when it gets tight to Zach. What do you credit that towards?
Yeah, you go down. Sometimes you can't get the ball where you want. You go down the stretch and you can't get the ball where you want sometimes. Like, you got to get the ball in. It's no different than a team. Like, you got to get the ball in position to score before you can score. And sometimes if people gamble or you can get in transition or you get an offensive rebound, it's advantageous. But when you're going straight up 5 for 5, 5 on 5, and there's no angles, you always got a place to go with it. And so, like, you just keep making them make decisions. Even on a couple of those where he didn't finish and you get that, you just keep making them. Like I said earlier, like, kind of the element of spacing comes from your skill level. And if they overdo it, like, you got to have the confidence to step up there. And Fletch hit a 3 earlier on, and then Lance hit the 3. They're so they're huge because those are the only 2 threes we hit in the second half. We only made 3 for the game, but they know that those guys can make them. And so you don't want the combination of Zach Edey and 12 to 13 threes. You don't want that combination. And so I thought they did a good job defending, but they were going to make him make some tough post moves, and obviously he made enough. But he was in position to have more than the night that he had. If he makes his free throws, the game's going to evolve a little bit differently.
How much do you enjoy this group? I know not every group is great and fun to work with, but this is a special group for Purdue, isn't it?
Yeah, great guys, and that's what I talked about in the room. Just I want to have fun too. Sometimes you just look from talent, and I look at the production piece, and I look at who do you want to get stuck in an airport with, right? And it's not all about winning at all costs. It's about getting guys that fit a system. You got to have your horses. You got to have a Carson Edwards or a Caleb Swanigan, on down the line, right? And if you don't have those guys, you can't. You just can't have all role guys. So I think we just have a really good blend of guys, but good guys that want to be at Purdue. And the landscape's changing right in front of our eyes. And like what's in front of us and how are things going to go? And I think we got ourselves in a pretty good position to give us an advantage over everybody else.
Just for Zach to do this on a day that got the program over the proverbial hump, what does that add to his legacy?
Well, I
know he's got basketball.
Yeah, when you're trying to separate yourself, you really get into trivial things that really don't matter right now, but they do matter. You follow somebody and you follow sports, and what separates greatness is winning ultimately. Like the people that win more, the people that have more success. When you look back, because they're all great, they all deserve the honor of being one of the best players ever at Purdue, and he's obviously in that conversation.
He hugged you before you even get the report.
Yeah, he was. And Coach Barnes was very gracious and waited. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool on Zach's part. But you can see, that his head's on straight. He's about winning.
How do you use that emotion for Friday now instead of kind of getting caught up in it?
Yeah, you want to be caught up in it right now, right? For a couple days. It's okay to be caught up in it, but just keep your focus and understand the practicality of everything. And then, we got to go back from a process based and go to work and find out who we're playing here and just start preparing, just like you do the whole season. You do it for 4 to 5 months, and now you're playing Duke or you're playing NC State, and get ready to play them. We played them both 2 years ago, so obviously they've done a great job, or they wouldn't be in the Elite Eight.
A lot of these guys have said they really want to do this for you specifically. What does that mean to you as a coach?
Well, that's cool. And obviously you try to sacrifice a lot for your players, and they try to sacrifice a lot for our coaching staff. So it's good that they they look at it that way. And no different than when I played. Like, you want to do something for your high school coach, you want to do something for your college coach because you see how much it means to them.
To see,
Thanks.
go.